Talk sport. If I can just ask you, obviously Ryan Giggs has now left the club, but one of the things that's always been labelled at you is that you don't promote youth players. Ryan Giggs is very much the epitome of Manchester United promoting local young players. Is that something that you feel you will get your head around, the culture of United and that emphasis on young players?
First of all, let me ask Karen. Oh, how long we have? How many minutes we have?
Long time.
In the press conference?
About 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. I have no time to answer it. Because to answer your question, I will take 10 minutes.
Just a couple of minutes. Or?
Just a couple of minutes? I knew it, that was coming. Okay. Do you know how many young players I promote to the first team from academies? 49. Do you want to know who they are?
Yes.
You don't want to know who they are? 49. 49. If you want, or if any one of you is interested, I can give you that. I promote 49 players from the academies, from the clubs, and with two factors that are very important on these records. Because sometimes you promote players because you don't have another chance, because you have so many injuries that you don't have another chance, you don't have another choice. You have to bring up the players from the academy because you have lots of players that are injured. That is one factor. And the second factor is when you are not playing for big targets, it's also easier to bring them up outside the pressure of the big moments. My record of injuries is very, very low. Very, very low. Even in many years, from the UEFA Champions League studies about every team, my teams, there were many times the teams with less injuries in the whole Europe. So I never promote players because of a need. I did it because of conviction and decision. And the second factor is that last year was the only season of my career that I was not fighting for the title. Because in every other season, winning or finish second or even third, I finished third once, I was fighting for the title until the last moment. So it was never a situation of stability and no pressure to promote young players. I did 49, and some of them, we are speaking about big names. We are speaking about players that today, for example, they are Champions League winners, players that are in the Euro, players that are playing for national teams. And 49 is a lot. So once more, one lie repeated many times, sometimes it looks that is true, but will be always a lie. So for many, many times, many of you, with intention, without intention, that's not the point, I don't care about it, but it was not true. 49, and if you want the names, I give you the names. That's no problem for me to prove you that I'm speaking right. And about Ryan, let me finish with it, because I want to make it clear. I never run away about my responsibilities, but the reality is that it's not my responsibility that Ryan is not in the club. The job Ryan wanted is the job that the club decided to give me. It's not my fault. Ryan wanted to be Man United manager, and the club, for the reasons that only the club, the owners, Mr. Woodward, the board, they can tell you, they decide that the job was for me. From this moment, Ryan wants to be a manager, like 14 years ago, or I don't know when it was, 2000, so 16 years ago, I decide myself I want to be a manager. For many of us, coaches, we start as assistant coaches, and for many of us, arrives a moment where we make a decision, and Ryan made his decision. So when you were speaking about, did I offer him a job? Could he be my assistant? It could be what he wants in the club. The club wanted to give him any job, any important job in the club. He made a decision where you need to be brave, because it's not easy. It happened with myself. I was in Barcelona in 2000. I had a contract for 2 more years to be assistant. Do you think it was easy for me to leave such a big club, such good stability, and decide let's go to a new fight? It was not easy. And for Ryan, it's not just the step of going from assistant manager to manager, it's also the step of leave his house. 29 years is not 29 days, so he was brave, he was honest. So good luck. And if one day he wants to be back to the club while I'm here, I will never stop him to be back. I will always say yes if the club asks my opinion. And if one day the club offers him the chance to become the manager, I think will be something natural and consequence of his success in his managerial career.
Okay, last 2 questions.